Well, here is Sky, and here am I. I am going to do the tutorial on myself of this beautiful carnival unicorn design today. I'm going to use my unicorn mirror, and just want to show you one of the gems that will be used on the children. See my little unicorn? We have so many creative ways of making face painting a wonderful experience as it pertains to dramatic play. And my face paint palette that I will be using today has all of these beautiful inspired colors. These are cosmetic paints, and they are by a reputable brand, and a lot of people are very familiar with this brand around the world. I have my stencil for the over the eye design, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started using my sponge. I'm going to dampen it. How are you guys today? I hope everyone is doing well, even well as can be expected. I'm going to dampen that really well, because guys, whenever we as entertainers, face painters, etc., provide face painting and so forth, we like to make one application only, if we can, to avoid having to reload the sponge. And nowadays, the FDA is very intentional about that kind of thing. So I'm going to do the same on the opposite side, my other eye. I only have two of them. And I'm just barely matching it just to get the vibrant color that I desire in there. So I want to go over this eye one more time and just bring it up a little by the hair, by a hair length. Okay. Now I am going to use my quarter angle brush and just dip it in just halfway, and I am going to use this beautiful palette because the color scheme for this upcoming party, guys, is circus. I'm sorry, carnival. And therefore, when you get a little split in your brush, that means that it's not wet enough, but we're just gonna make it work today. And so I decided what I wanted to do was something that is quick, cohesive, and lots of fun. In using my practice board, friends and listeners, that works very well, but there is nothing like the overall experience that one will experience, and actually, you know, real time with a design. And I am exploring with this paint. I'm not a fan of face painting specifically on myself. But I have to do it because I want to make sure that my customer and their guests are extremely pleased with the quality of services that I, Annie the Kinder Clown, provide. So I am practicing on myself. It's harder to practice on yourself than it is people. So just bear with me as I bring it on home. And I'm going to add some highlights to this design to bring it all together. One of the things that I used on Sky, which was my practice board, was a unicorn stencil. And so I am going to do the same. And I'm going to add a little more details. So I'm just taking my time as I am exploring how I would like to see this design come together on a child. The idea for me is to make sure that they are happy, and I'm going to use this one. So I am going to come all the way down to about right there, starting up from this end down. Like I said, guys, if you want something to be done right, not only do you do it yourself, but you practice and put the time in to make certain that whatever your goal is, it will be achievable. Okay, so I got some in my hair. That's perfectly okay. Now, on this other side, just as I did with Sky, my little model, I'm going to put this over my eye. I still have a good portion of paints still left on the sponge, so I don't think that I need to reload it. I don't think there's a need to reload, but we will see. I always practice the 3 P's: practice, prayer, and patience. And so there you have that. So what I want to do now, guys, is go in with the white because I want it to stand out really nicely. And I'm doing all of that while all of this is drying over here, using my Doppler. I'm going to take that same, or maybe a different stencil. I'm going to test it on my wrist just to see that it is not going to be too wet, and just go over that area a little with the white. Now, like I said, I'm exploring just to see just how creative I can be. And I think I want to add a few dots over here. Stencils have a way of completing a design in a very final and fine way. And you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want it to be too overwhelming. Okay, and that served its purpose. And I think just putting one more right there, and I'll be on my way. Yes, make good use of the paint is what we do, because we want the overall success of the design to do what it is supposed to do. Now, we as face painters keep baby wipes handy in the event that we get paint on our hands or we just want to touch up a particular area, such as this design over my eye. I just want to touch it up just ever so gently because I want it to serve the purpose in which I desire it to serve. So I want to go over this design just one more time. Okay, so this time I am going to kind of drag my paints and just swerve a little. So I want to get more of that white in there, and so that's what comes next. Enhancing this design, instead of using black to outline, I am going to use white. And just on the very tip of my design, will I kind of drag it over the hair. This is the unicorn's hair. And reload. We don't want the white to be too bright or too bold. We just want it to be just enough to make the hair look as if it is flowing. And it's a little hard for me to paint myself. However, that's the purpose of practice. Practice helps you to discover what is in the best interest of how you, the face painter, should utilize your time in positioning, and also time-wise. But on a child, this can be accomplished in under 3 minutes. So with my unicorn horn, let me show you. If I wanted to, I could put this beautiful gem right there. You see that gem? Or I could outline it with a script brush like that. My unicorn needs an ear, so we will paint the ear white. And I will outline it with my blue, a dark blue. Now, one of the other things that I want to do is under the eye, the waterline, is give it a little black mascara. Not in the eye, just under. If it's an older child, if they are really young, not so much. So guys, I just want you all to be encouraged to do your best in practicing what I call the 3 P's. We're going to outline the ear, one ear, because this is a side eye design. You see that? Isn't that cute? Yes, honey. In the inside of the ear, I'm going to take the pink from the palette that I used earlier and just do a little something. With the pink. Now, I've already put the lipstick color of choice on my lips. And when we do apply lipstick to children's lips, we use individual applicators, lipstick applicators. I'm going to do a black mascara line. I got to keep my eye closed, or maybe not. And I'm just going to touch this up one more time. And guys, we're all done. On the other side, I'm going to do my waterline. I could put a little flower or something like that on it, but that's not necessary. My eyes are very sensitive, so I usually won't use anything other than regular cosmetic makeup. So you have to look at your design and say, oh, it's done, or it needs a little more fun. So I am just going to flow with things like that. Just add it. And if you look at my Facebook page, you will see the details of this same design that I have done countless amounts of times. And there you have it, a unicorn. And that's my design on this side, just a little something. If you wanted to, you could enhance that eye just by drawing a little line, and it separates it so you know that it's your mascara line. So guys, that's a wonderful thing when you have made the children happy, made their day, and also your customers happy. Always remember, when you are painting, to be mindful of the window of time that you are contracted to serve in. Be mindful of whether or not the children show any kinds of concern as far as health related issues. If you see sores or see that they're coughing a lot, we are not doctors, we're not physicians. I know I am not. But I offer the solution of a balloon animal to children that show signs of illness, and I will say to the host or hostess privately, we need to pull this child from out of the line because he or she is coughing quite a lot, and it makes me concerned, because you have to protect what? brushes and your paints and stencils. And the water that I use, we always use 3 different, containers filled with plain water to rinse, water to clean, and then you have your water with a little, not bleach, but alcohol with water. And that's how you keep your brushes clean. And we don't double dip. We don't put applications of paint on lips. We don't do that. Not with brushes. We use, let me see if I can grab it really fast. We use lip applicators. I don't know that I have any handy. At the moment, it's not clean, but this is one that I had in the bottom of my bag. But we do have them wherein we put these on the lips of the children. Not this one, quite naturally, but that one fell out of my bag. But that's what we use. And so, guys, once we have done the design for the children, then comes the mirror moment. And the children are so happy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. Oh, they'll say, oh, that's so pretty. That is so cute. Oh, thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. But you get it. You get the goal. The goal is for the children to look in that mirror and see the image of themselves and say, I'm really beautiful, or I am so special. And that's the message that you want to convey to the children, youth, or families. This is Miss Annie the Kinder Clown with our Thursday inspirational tutorial. And right here, it's a little messy because I am looking in the mirror and, interacting with you guys as well. But I promise you, it'll be cleaned up. And there you have it, guys. Once again, it's a magical day when you get to make the children's birthday a blessed and great celebration and have loads of fun. Yes, honey, our interaction and our visits are too much fun. So this is my tutorial for the day. I hope you are inspired and blessed in a very, very beautiful way. Bye-bye. See you next time.